So, you guys got to calm down. I think it's going to get better. I do. I have a feeling she just pulled it. She didn't tear it, her ligament charm. So how many people here on Facebook have been in the hood? And you're gonna do what? You're gonna what? But you don't know the neighborhood. Ralph, how about Paul De Pascal? Have you been in Gilpin Court? Just to challenge you a little bit. Dave Matthews did stay. These are just people. They're people and kids. You guys need to stop. I'm gonna put you out. You go out and play rough house. Don't you hurt my puppy again, Raster. Raster's too rough. He's still out of a boy. I was curious, and I'm a VMFA volunteer, and I'm there on unofficial business, but it is not what you think. The news, I mean, these are desperate humans living so poor and without education or resources. They don't even know where the VMFA is. I would say 70 to 85% of them, maybe even 90, the poor black people still in segregation. And I really feel like our coming generation is not going to put up with it, but I don't think they've been in the hood, so to speak. And they know it's wrong, but they don't venture and get to know your neighbor. I mean, if it's your neighbor, take him some brownies. So what I found was people more than willing to take a step in the right direction to make their lives better. And they're in Plato's cave. They don't know where to go or what to do because we shuffle them through the system. They get housing, they have babies, they go to welfare, they get social services, and then they just kind of drop off the map. When I go to EBT, they have Job Corps, but they don't say a mom gets pregnant, whatever, and she's like, I want to train to be a nurse. They don't have that. It should be right next to welfare that they test you and find a job that you could do and have that outlet for people to pursue that. And the only reason they wouldn't pursue that in a legal manner that I see is if they have mental illness. It's not treated. You go in the hood and there's hardly no play equipment. And you see all these beautiful little children with great potential not getting their needs met. They don't get any travel. Sometimes they don't get out of the hood because their parent may not have a car. If they have one car, it's going to work at McDonald's. I came up in a pretty racist neighborhood. It was all white. And I was told some pretty terrible things about black people. And then I met one. We have one in our neighborhood, just one family, and he wasn't like that. He was a nice person. His skin was colored black. He looked different, and sometimes that becomes a problem, an issue, is we associate certain behaviors with the way a person looks. So that to me now they all look beautiful. I see the most astounding, beautifully, ethically beautiful children, and I love it. I see the black father and the mother, and they have 3 kids, and they're doing the best they can. That's what it's about. That's the American dream. My dad wrote me a letter, and he's pretty removed. He lives on a big hill in Roanoke with a big house. And he said, well, it's America. They could do whatever they want. That is true, but if they don't know their choices or what they're good at, we need to direct them. If you're educated, I don't care what color you are, if you're educated, you can lend a hand in helping these children and families get to a better place and let them work for it. I would do farm animals. I do some of that, chickens. If they want that in their neighborhoods, they can, we can help them, but they can also work themselves and learn, because most of them did not grow up on farms in this generation, but it is a very healthy activity. Oh, there's snow skiing. These kids have no hope of going snow skiing. But through the school systems, if we have clubs from the university, children that want to volunteer, 1 or 2 days a week in the afternoon, and say you have skiing experience, well, you can start a ski club, and a couple people need to run it, not just one person. So you get together with somebody and you start this club after school, and all the children that are poor, most of them in the city, if they're not poor, they go to private schools. And you go and you bake cookies and you sell them, They can do by order and you can pick them up or however you want to market them. And so they sell 10 boxes of cookies and they get a free ski pass and ski lesson and ski rental. And we just take a school bus up, and they've paid their way by their labor, which is good. They see a little bit of improvement in their world by what they do. And unfortunately, with so many of the laborious people, they don't see any improvement financially or really any activities, because it's just not enough to make them the money to survive if they're not trained for jobs and they're doing menial jobs. So we need to have unconditional love, try to understand the behavior. Where is that behavior coming from? And then once you do that, then you can logically go in and make steps for these families. I would say make sure all of them have a computer so we can teach them lessons on the computer if they need parenting skills. If we're really determined around this country to end the stigma of being black and so many people getting in trouble for it's just desperation. They have a kid, they can't make their payments, they're going to go to jail, so they go to drugs. It just makes logical sense to me. These are not bad people. The kids, every child starts out similar. I mean, some, higher IQ, some lower, and that's okay. Some ADHD, depending upon what their body's allergic to and the chemistry we put out in the atmosphere and the environment. But for me, it's fun. Well, it's heart-wrenching. And I set my mind to trying to fix it for these kids, for these little kids. And the parents that care and love for them so much but are lost. They don't have a job. They don't have direction. The grandparents dropped out of school in segregation. And before that, it was slavery. So you have a direct descendants of the slaves that haven't been able to jump the fence. I think public schools gives a few scholarships, but not everybody's academic. Everybody's good. Everybody's genius. Let's find what you're good at and quit the negativity. I don't want to hear negativity anymore. This is the United States of America, and we will be the best country again once we get our intellectual system set up to teach things that are valuable to people, and that would include philosophy. I don't see how people can remove themselves of the philosophy that Thomas Jefferson and these forefathers came up. You just can't take it away. He chose that because he thought it was really good. And if we're not going to change the Constitution, then we need to start going by Immanuel Kant's philosophy. Aristotle, Socrates, Plato's, Epicurus, Diogenes. I can't say some of them, but anyway, we have to start teaching philosophy, and we have to take care of each other's mental health. If someone gets angry and stuff like that at you, really angry, the chemistry's messed up, or the process of thinking about things is really messed up. So you can walk away and then try to talk to them when they're calm. But if we're going to have a nightmare of a system to get people help for the brain, instead of, hey man, this is a Cadillac, let's get in the Cadillac and get your brain fixed to a better place that you can function, and not unlike a heart attack. We just got to get you the right medicine. It is just an organ. It is no different than the kidney, except for it is the most important organ. And we're trying to shut it out. We're trying to close the door, put it in the closet. Instead of that, let's all pull it out. Let's pull everybody's out and have a working vocabulary about what, if you're schizoaffective, if you're depressed, whatever it is. It's a great fun thing to discuss at parties. You can sit around drinking going, hey, I'm schizo. Hey, I'm bipolar. Hey, I'm just so normal, everybody finds me boring. Thank you.